There's a place where stories die before they are told. A place deep in the forests of Ogun State, Nigeria, where the wind whispers in a language only the old ones understand. In that place lies Oak Odu, a village hidden from maps. A place where outsiders are unwelcome and silence is survival. This is where Tajudeen Adegbite's story begins. Tajudeen was just 9 years old, the son of a poor cocoa farmer and his wife, Bose. But what made Tajudeen different wasn't his poverty. It was his mind. They called him Omo Akin, child warrior, for his sharp memory and strange wisdom. Tajudeen could recite ancient Yoruba proverbs like an old man. He solved puzzles that baffled adults. This boy is a gift, villagers often whispered, but some added more quietly, or a curse. It was July, the season of spirits in Okodu, the time of the Egungun Festival, when masked dancers are believed to channel the ancestors. For generations, it was said that during this festival, the boundary between the living and the dead thins. On the second night of the festival, Tajudeen vanished. Witnesses claimed they saw him following an Egungun, a towering, masked figure in shimmering cloth, moving toward the sacred grove, a forbidden forest where only the initiated dared enter. They say the boy followed without fear, as if he knew exactly where he was going. By dawn, Tajudeen was gone. No footprints, no torn clothes, no blood, only the deep marks of the Egungun's staff trailing toward the forest. The villagers panicked, but not too loudly. The elders quickly declared it was the will of the ancestors. The spirits have claimed him, they said. His destiny is not ours to question. Most people bowed their heads and returned to their homes. But not Bose, Tajudeen's mother. She refused to accept their silence. "My son is alive," she shouted through the market square. "I heard him crying in my dream last night, begging for help." Her wailing filled the village. Soon, even her neighbors stopped answering her door knocks. The story could have ended there, like so many others in places like Okodu. But this time, someone was listening. Her name was Ruth Adebajo, a journalist from Lagos, known for her investigative podcast, Truth in the Shadows. She had made a name uncovering missing persons cases across Nigeria. When Ruth heard about Oak Odu, she knew it wasn't just another village mystery. She'd seen the pattern before. A poor child disappears. A festival or tradition is blamed. Elders silence the community. No police intervention. No answers. She packed her bags and headed to Okodu. But what she found was unlike anything she'd seen before. From the moment Ruth entered the village, she could feel it. The stares, the whispers, the thick air of fear. Nobody wanted to speak. But little by little, the truth leaked out. Behind the bright colors of the Egungun Festival lay a dark secret. For decades, children had vanished during the festival, always during the second night. Locals claimed it was sacred sacrifice to keep the village fertile and free from drought. But there were deeper layers. Some whispered that certain powerful men in the village used the festival as cover. Beneath the sacred grove, there were hidden tunnels, leading to chambers where corrupt leaders met. Children weren't being claimed by spirits. They were being trafficked, sold off to powerful buyers from neighboring states. Ruth's recordings captured hushed confessions. Villagers too scared to go on record, but too haunted to stay silent. "We've been doing this for generations," one elder finally confessed. "They promised us protection, prosperity, roads. We gave them our children in return." Ruth was shaken. She realized this wasn't just about one village. It was part of a wider network, a pipeline stretching from deep villages to urban elites. And it had kept operating because the victims were always poor, always unseen, always forgotten. Ruth tried to confront the village head and his council. They denied everything. They called her a witch, a troublemaker, an enemy of tradition. Soon after, Ruth's driver disappeared. Her hotel room was ransacked. Threatening notes appeared under her door. "Leave Oak Odu before you disappear too." But Ruth wouldn't leave without answers. She went into the sacred grove herself at night. Armed only with a recorder and a flashlight, she found the tunnel entrance hidden beneath a collapsed shrine. Inside, she found bones, old clothes, small shoes, rusted chains, And she found something else. A dusty ledger with names. Not just of villagers, but government officials, businessmen, and law enforcement officers across Nigeria. She realized what she'd found wasn't just a village secret. It was the root of a national conspiracy. Ruth escaped that night, but barely. Her story would shake the nation weeks later. Her podcast episode, The Boy Who Walked Into the Mask, went viral. Headlines exploded across Nigeria. But no arrests were made. The powerful stayed protected. The village denied everything. Ruth went into hiding. Bose, Tajudeen's mother, never saw her son again. Some say the village still holds its festival every July. The masked figures still dance. The sacred grove still stands. And somewhere, deep beneath the earth, the names of the missing remain hidden, waiting to be spoken. This story is not just about one boy. It's about silence, the kind passed from generation to generation, where culture becomes a weapon and poverty becomes a sentence. In places like Oak ODU, the loudest screams are the ones nobody hears. If this story moved you, do not stay silent. Share it, comment, let others hear it. Because behind every silence, there's another child waiting to be found.